Warning. If the topic of psychological manipulation and emotional enslavement of women offends you, I want you to stop watching this video. And if you want to continue, you must agree never to use this knowledge to hurt women. Deal? Great. Let's start. Let me be honest with you. Seducing women was never my strong point. In fact, for years, I tried to pick up girls in bars and clubs, but in the end, all my efforts failed miserably. To put it rather mildly, I completely sucked at women. After countless rejections over time, I came to realize I was doing it wrong. So I did what the regular guy would do. I went out there and picked up every pickup artist's book I could find. I went through them all, trying my best to find the secret that my seduction techniques were missing. I spent countless hours reading pickup artist blogs and forums, compiling all the techniques that I learned in my notebook. Then, armed with an encyclopedia's worth of pickup artist tricks, I hit the bars and clubs with a vengeance. And you know what? To my surprise, nothing happened. Everything was still the same. Women were still paying no attention to me whatsoever. What was I doing wrong? It turned out that I was making one huge mistake that had been sabotaging my success from day one. I'll tell you what this huge mistake is, and more importantly, what I did to get the success with women I am having today. Before that, however, may I ask a huge favor from you? Could you help me by clicking the like button? Because that will really encourage me to create more of these videos for you. Help me out, alright? Done clicking like? Nice. Let's get started, shall we? As I have said, I spent so much time chasing my own tail as I was not aware of the huge mistake I was making. Then some good fortune dropped into my lap when I discovered a quote by a man named Derek Rake. It was posted by one of his students at a dating forum. As it turns out, Derek is the creator of the notorious Shogun method. Different from lightweight pickup artist tricks, Shogun method is based on scientific mind control knowledge. I quickly enrolled into the Shogun method program and took the self-study course. It was quite expensive, but then again, I never expected it to be another cheap pickup artist ebook. And to my surprise, Derek was really accessible to his customers. He took the time to check on my progress, and he even answered all my questions personally. He's one cool, laid-back guy, despite his somewhat infamous reputation. I remember asking him, "Derek, I completely suck at women. What am I missing?" Derek's reply to me was, "Fredo, you gotta understand this. A woman's mind is flawed. The fastest way to seduce a woman is by directly manipulating these flaws." Okay, that sounded a little misogynistic to me, maybe even sexist. And believe me, I was more than taken aback by what he said to me that day. Still, I dug a little deeper into Derek's philosophy to see what he was talking about. Immediately, I felt like Derek was talking straight at me. He laid out my troubles with pickup artist rubbish better than I ever could. Indeed, I had found pickup artist techniques to be confusing and entirely unhelpful. Luckily, Derek highlighted their scams in a way which made sense. Then he went on to explain exactly where people like me were going wrong. Remember the huge mistake that I told you about? Well, here it is. With conventional dating techniques and pickup artist tricks, I was trying to appeal to a woman's conscious mind. You see, when you try too hard and a woman knows it, her conscious mind will take over and make her reject you. So what this means is that you'll need to bypass her conscious mind and appeal to her subconscious instead. How do you manipulate a woman's subconscious then? Well, I gotta admit this to you. It can get pretty dirty. And to some people, it's somewhat sneaky and amoral. And guess what? You need balls of steel to go through with it. But if you want results, you need to break the rules of the game. There's no two ways about it. Here's some good news. There's a proven way to manipulate a woman's subconscious mind, and it's quite easy to follow to boot. Here's this technique's background. For years, hypnotists have been using this exact method in their craft. It allows them to access the unconscious minds of their patients easily and quickly. And you know what? Accessing a woman's subconscious allows you to implant ideas and beliefs in there. Ever seen a hypnotist make someone dance around on stage? It's a very similar thing. So what Derek Rake has done is he had taken this very same principle and customized it to be used to attract women. While pickup artist bullshit has guys chasing women around like lapdogs, Derek Rake doesn't. In fact, this technique does the exact opposite, and here's how. It immediately places you in the position of power. By doing so, your target will see you as desirable, dominant, and powerful. Worlds apart from the trashy pickup artist advice, right? So you must be wondering, what exactly is this technique? Those with an understanding of hypnosis may recognize it. It's called fractionation. Now, I was familiar with the concept of fractionation from my pickup artist materials, but Derek Rake's approach to fractionation is something totally different that it completely blew my mind. Fractionation is used to seduce a woman by creating alternating states of joy and sadness in quick succession. This then causes her to fall into a hypnotic trance. When she's in this state, her subconscious mind opens up to you. Look, I was really skeptical when I first learned about it inside Shogun Method. Reluctantly, I gave it a go, and it completely changed my life. Once I saw it in action myself, I turned into a true believer. So here's the question you need to ask yourself right now. Do you want the ultimate power over women? Well, if your answer is yes, then mind control techniques are the only way to go. To learn fractionation and other mind control techniques, watch until the end of this video. When used correctly, fractionation can get a woman under your control, enslave her, and make her fall in love with you far quicker than the usual pickup artist tricks. I have to warn you though that it is not possible to undo the effects of fractionation. Once you have enslaved a woman using this technique, dumping her will cause irreparable damage to her psychology. Therefore, please use this technique responsibly and ethically. To learn how you can use Shogun Method and fractionation to manipulate a woman's mind and enslave her to you emotionally, go to fractionationhypnosis.com or click on this link right now.